say that until you find yourself in the same situation that you was saying I would never to, and then you start to analyze and be like, well, and you get to scratching your head. You get to knowing, like, people say that the dating scene is horrible right now.
Okay.
So men aren't courting women. Women aren't being the women of stature that men are looking for.
Yep.
And so they just say, like, it's really hard.
Woo, you ready?
I'm ready.
Ready for another one?
Yes.
Oh,
We're supposed to do 3. Let's try it again. Ready for another one?
oh.
1, 2, 3, let's get
Let's
it.
go, man. Let's go. I'm gonna let you kick it off, man. Kick it off.
I sure will.
Mm-hmm.
What's up, you guys, and welcome to the Love Closet, where you come in with a single-minded perspective and you leave with different ways to make your relationship better, or if you're looking for a relationship, how to find one. Are you excited? Because I done brought on a co-host, y'all. Y'all like, who is this?
He got a
Who is this?
He got a co-host. Not just a guest. I'm a co-host. Who am I?
Who are you?
I'm the other half
Hey.
of the Love Closet.
Yes.
I'm Adam P.
Okay.
You got AmberDee. You got Adam P. You like the ring to it, doing the Love Closet.
It's cute.
But yeah, man, she felt she was missing the male perspective on things. So who better to co-sign or tell y'all if she's not telling the truth than her husband, right? So this is gonna be fun. I'm super excited.
Yes, I am too. So today what we're gonna do is the Love Closet. If you're new here, we talk about everything love, whether it is from the single perspective, the married perspective, or the dating, because luckily we have been through all 3. So today we're going to talk about how do you know when you find true love, and how do you know if it's real. So you want to pop it off, or you want me to pop it off?
I think you can pop it off. So how do you know when you find true love? And how you know you found true love first, then you can kind of teach other people how to find that.
So what I would love for people to understand is true love is not a feeling. It's not like anything other than something that you decide to commit to. You can love multiple people. I believe that. Do you believe that, or?
Yeah, absolutely. I believe it.
Okay, so I believe that you can love multiple people. Now, true love is, who am I going to commit to? Who am I going to say, you know what? Good, bad, up, down, this is going to be my person. That's true love. So when you decide you find that person, you say, baby, I don't care what you got going on. I'm going to rock with you. I'm going to support you when you high. I'm going to be down, turn it up for you when you're low.
Yep.
You know, that to me is true love. And how you know when you found that, that is going to be a feeling. That is going to be like, okay, this person, no matter what happens, I choose you. That's the feeling of it.
I would agree 1,000%. And the commitment part is the biggest piece, like she said. Like, true love means, in terms of finding that one person, it's about sacrifice. So you being committed to one person, you're sacrificing all other options. And there's no greater sign of love than sacrifice.
Yeah. That's
biblical stuff now. All right. So once you find that person you commit, you say, listen, I'm committed to you. Again, like you said, through highs, through the lows, because they're going to be high highs and they're going to be low lows.
Right.
But you got to commit through all. Somebody that you're willing to commit to those things with. I mean, that's the epitome of true love, in my opinion.
And so I feel like people, you know, I'm not going to say people in this generation, because people will say, this generation doesn't know how to do this. We don't know really what it looked like the generations before us, because we were young. You okay? Put your hands up. Clear out your airways.
That Great Value water got me.
That's not Great Value water. That's expensive water I bought.
Oh, Kroger water. Got
It's
me.
not Kroger water. Kroger was out of water, so I bought an expensive one.
All right.
But we love to say, like, oh, well, you know, back in their day, you don't know what it was, because as a child's perspective, you just know what it looks like. So as you grow and as you become wiser, you start to realize, oh, this is what the old folks used to be talking about. Oh, this is what used to be going on. I couldn't correlate the two. So as you get older, I would say, I like your sacrifice point. And it's also, it's okay to not know. It's okay to not be perfect. It's okay for it not to look like what it looks like for everybody else. I think a lot of times people compare themselves and they compare their relationships or what they envision their relationship that they will have to be based on outside perspective. And all that's ever going to do is give you a failing grade each time. Because if all I'm seeing is social media, because we didn't have social media back in the day. So now that social media is here, and even when we were trying to create reels, you said to me one time, I don't want to create all of these reels to make it seem like this is what our life is like every day. I want to make sure that what we're portraying is real, because I don't want people idolizing a false perspective of what love really looks like. So I would say, like, if people are looking for love, or if you have love, understand that your love is not going to look like everyone else's. So if you find that person who you're willing to say, okay, it doesn't look like what I see on social media. We argue, we fuss, we fight, but you know what? You make me want to get better. You make me want to fix it with you. You make me want to teach you how to love me. That's a good person, and you should try to keep that person around.
I believe it. I agree 1,000%. What's Mark Twain's quote?
What is it?
Comparison is the death of joy. So you can't be happy if you're looking at everybody else's relationship, because you're always comparing. Oh, they do this, they do this. And I had a question, because you mentioned the old folks.
Yeah.
How to do it. And sometimes the old folks had multiple women.
They did.
So I guess hypothetically, let's say your great grandfather, and let's say he had multiple women, but he also had your great grandmother who was married to your great grandmother.
Okay.
She decided to stay with him through his other relationships, his other flings. You know, Papa was a Rolling Stone type of deal, right?
Yeah.
Is that true love?
I think for her, it was. Again, sometimes, and let me be very clear before I say what I'm about to say.
Say something.
I am not okay with being another woman. So let's go ahead.
My next question was coming. My next question was coming.
I am not okay with being the other woman, so I want to go ahead and make that clear right now.
Draw the line in the sand.
Line drawn. But I will say sometimes I've watched something, and then it made so much sense to me when I seen it. Somebody says when you have everything that you need and everything is being taken care of in the way that you desire, it's easy to ignore the things that you don't like. So if my great grandfather was supplying my grandmother with everything that she needed, he was coming home at night, he wasn't being disrespectful to her face or out in there. She wasn't in the streets hearing nothing. She was out, like, home is taken care of. He goes to work, he comes home, he loves her, all that. If that's what she was receiving, then I get that for her, that might have been true love. Like, whatever he does in his 3 hours when he's away, I cannot sacrifice all the good that he's given me just because of that. That could be some people's perspective.
What if that was your current situation? I just asked what the audience want to hear.
Honestly, I am. It's really hard to speak on scenarios that you're not going through or that you have not been through. Because it's easy to say, a lot of people love to say, like, oh, this is what I would do. Oh, I would never. You say that until you find yourself in the same situation that you was saying I would never to, and then you start to analyze and be like, well, and you get to scratching your head. You get to knowing, like, people say that the dating scene is horrible right now. They say that people don't know how to, there's a word I'm looking for.
They don't know how to.
Back in it starts with a C. It's court. They don't know how to court people anymore. So men aren't courting women. Women aren't being the women of stature that men are looking for. And so they just say, like, it's really hard. And when you keep hearing that, I don't believe that it's easy to find somebody in 2025. I will say that, because I do believe there's so many distractions. So you are going in looking for somebody to be all about you, but that's such a long process that by the time you waiting for them to be all about you, like, oh, he done did this or she done did that, oh, I'm done. You can't get anywhere with anybody. So when I think about that, I'm like, would I want to go back to that? Who? I don't know. And it's really hard to answer that until I was ever in that situation.
You never will be.
I better not be.
You never will be.
I better not be. I'm coming with my hands on you.
I'm committed.
Aww.
I'm committed.
That was sweet.
It is. I mean, it's true, though. It's supposed to be true.
No, but I appreciate that, but that was really sweet, though.
Good. So back to our true love topic. I think you defined true love.
Yes.
I think you taught what it looked like.
Yes.
So how can people find this true love? Is it when I meet you, I initially know, or will it take some time? Do I have to go through the ups and downs, the highs and lows first to see if it's true love, or what are your thoughts on that?
It's not a one size fit all. So for some people, you will look at somebody. When I looked at him, no lie, y'all. When I looked at him, the statement that I made 5 minutes after seeing this man, true story, got witnesses, was he gets out of car and I say, I'm gonna marry that man. And remind you, I didn't see this man again for years.
I just got a fresh fade too.
Nope, you were going to get a fresh
Shout
fade.
Shout out to my barber.
You were going to get a fresh fade. I didn't see you with your fresh
fade. You
fade.
seen the before and after, I think. You seen the before and after, right? I can't remember.
I don't think that we picked you up.
Y'all did pick. How I walk back? I ain't walk back.
I might not been with her when they picked you up though. I remember you getting in the car.
Okay.
So maybe we did, but I don't remember that.
So I ain't having a fade yet, which is even more crazy.
I just knew it was something when I seen him. I was just like, oh my God. I was so taken back. Everybody thought I was crazy. And I kept saying for years, I would be like, it was his cousin. So I would ask her like randomly, like, oh, how your cousin doing? Where Adam at? Where he did that? And they would be like, shut up. He ain't studying you. Da-da-da-da. Okay. But I still kept hope alive. I felt like I knew when I seen you. But for some people, I did, and it worked. Some people would say I stalked him. I did not, but some people would say so.
No.
Other people, it takes a little longer because I've seen the most beautiful love stories of somebody saying, I met him or I met her. And I was like, absolutely not in a million years. But then you got to know their personality. You got to understand their heart. You really got to dive deep in on the spiritual, the physical, the emotional, the mental connection. And it was like, I about missed out on the opportunity to be with this amazing individual just because it didn't look like what I wanted in the beginning. So I would definitely say, time. Don't be scared of time.
Okay.
Don't run from time. Because a lot of people would say, I ain't waiting 5 to 10 years to get married. I'm not. Why? Why are you rushing something that could be so beautiful? And you're saying, I'm not going to wait 5 to 10 years to get married. It's saying, I don't value the 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus years that I'm going to get to spend with you.
Oh, that was good.
So that's what, like, be okay with the time, man. Have fun during the time. Just create memories.
That was good.
What would you say?
I think what you said was amazing. Basically, hey, listen, I don't mind waiting 10 years, 5 or 10 years, to get the opportunity to spend 30, 40, 50 years with you. That's a different perspective. That's a perspective shift. That's a good one, too. How long did you wait?
I waited about 9, 10 years.
It was 9 or 10.
Yeah.
You put the work in.
I did.
We put the work in.
We did.
We put the work in. So what are your thoughts on the person? It's typically men who say this. On men that say, hey, listen, I got to make sure I may have found my true love. This is the person I want to be with, ride or die with. But I got to make sure my bag right. I got to make sure I'm a provider how I want to be before I actually commit and get married. What are your thoughts on that?
Well, if you don't mind giving your thoughts before I get mine, I already know what my perspective is, but I would like to hear yours first.
Man, my perspective is you're playing God in a sense. Because you don't know when your bag gonna be right how you want it to be, or you don't know when you're gonna be classified as a provider you want to be classified as. Because the world's changing. What's $100,000 10 years ago ain't $100,000 now. So if you keep saying when our bag get right, dude, that bar keeps going up. So if you keep waiting, you never know, or you could get sick, or you could, something could happen tragic where you can't earn how you used to earn, or the world changes, like social media becomes a big thing, or AI becomes a big thing. You never know, right? So you could always be constantly stopping, starting, stopping, starting, stopping, starting. And you get to a place where you 40, 45, and you looking for, a wife. You may find one, but the one you find may not be the one you would have picked 10 years ago. Because maybe now she got kids, she got some baby daddies. I'm just keeping it real.
You have to settle.
You can't say, well, I don't want no kids. You're 45.
Mm-hmm.
Any woman at 45 who, child can bear children, she's a good catch. She got kids, probably do.
For
Somebody
sure.
else to put something in them.
For sure.
So I'm like, you just never know. So just commit, man. Commit first and figure everything else out later.
So I'm right on track with you. I'm glad that he said that you were almost playing God in a sense, because I believe that people look at getting married as almost like a ending, not understanding that it's the beginning of something even greater than what you could have done on your own. So instead of looking at, because you asked about a man, so from looking at it, men, from the perspective of, I can't marry her until my bag is right, why not shift your perspective to say, what happens if I give her my all and she helps my bag get right? Because now it's just not me having to come up with the game plans by myself. It's not just me having to walk in. He used to use this analogy, and he'd be like, men can't do what women do, because women can just walk in a room and they can command and get certain things, and while men have to almost kick down a door. And so think of like social media, think of like the minute things that not all women, but a lot of women do, and they get millions of views. A man can't do that same thing. It's just, it ain't gonna hit the same.
Nah.
So if you use that woman as an asset to you, she can help you get into rooms that you had never been into, and she can help you eventually turn your dream into something bigger than what it was in the reality realm. But you just have to give her a chance to do so.
No, they are spot on. And not to get all biblical, we're
Get
talking about
biblical.
love, and God is love, right?
Yes, I love
Amen.
that.
So in the beginning, God gave Adam a helper, which was Eve.
Correct.
Once he got kicked out of the garden, they really became one then. We got to go figure it out together now. God said, get up out of here. Y'all go figure it out on your own. Since y'all grown and do your thing.
Mm-hmm.
But it wasn't Adam to say, well, when I get my bag back together, then I'll commit to this woman. It was,
Right.
hey, listen, I'm going to commit to this woman now because I need a helper. Like, I need a helper to go out here because I got to work hard every day. I need somebody to come home to, soften the blow. So that's what I say about that.
So
You made a great point.
So people just, it's almost like, don't wait until everything plays out to then say, okay, this is what I want my life to be, or this is what I can find a wife. Everything else in order, but I can find a wife. Because what happens is you built this lifestyle with self in mind. So you have a certain way you do processes. You have a certain schedule that you've abided to by years. If you really got your bag together, right? You have been your only thing to worry about. So then it almost creates a problem to insert someone else in this lifestyle that you want them to, let me see how I can fit you in. Don't have to fit nobody in. Create something with somebody where, hey, this is our norm. This is what we do. I don't have to fit you in because you already fit. You're a piece of the puzzle. I couldn't do this without you. Just think more of, this is my helper. This is my mate, more than this is my distraction. This is my, she's going to pull more from me than add to me. Because typically that's not what it is. When somebody loves you, they try to give you everything that they can. They try to help you in every endeavor that they can.
Yeah, and a lot of men do see women as a distraction from them going to get their bag. But you said it perfectly. You gotta think with a long-term mindset.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta think 10 years from now. Like, what do I want to be doing 10 years from now? How do I want my life to look 10 years from now? And like, you can't wait on everything to be perfect. Kind of what you're saying.
Yeah.
Because things will never be perfect. It's just not how the world works. So commit, find that person, and be with that person and commit to them. If that's what you want. I encourage it.
Right.
But everybody's different at the end of the day. But those who are like in that spot saying, man, I got somebody good. I know she the one. I can't live without her.
Right.
But no, I ain't ready to get married to get my bag right first. That sounds crazy to me. That just sounds backwards. Yeah, because I know how hard it is to get your bag right. And the ups and downs and highs and lows. If you're working for a W-2 job, bag may never be right. If you're an entrepreneur, it's ups and downs again. Bag may never be right. Until you gotta get lucky, and hit the right time in the right place. But find that girl, commit to it. But no, you gave a lot of great perspectives.
So did you.
Anything else before we wrap up? What you think?
I would like to add, going back to the topic of how do you know when it's true love, and how do you know when you found it?
Yep.
I would like to give the advice to people who are already married, and trying to spice it back up again, or people who are looking for their person and they're like, I'm on a time clock. I want to put in your head, again, like we said, don't rush anything and don't go in looking for the perfect person. I feel like you should go in looking for the perfect friend. If you can go in and you can find somebody like, oh man, this my dog. Like we rocking together. If you can go in and find that energy with somebody, that is going to be a long-term thing that is going to carry you guys. Even when the marriage doesn't look good, I can't let you go because you literally my best friend. Like I literally at this point, our marriage good. So I'm not saying our marriage ain't good. But I'm saying literally at this point, I couldn't let this marriage go even if it got to a bad space, because I'm like, that wouldn't just be letting go. He's not just my husband. Like I don't look at him like, oh, that's my husband. No, he is my husband. But it's also my best friend. So I could not see myself, if I gave up on my marriage, I couldn't see myself giving up on my best friend. I couldn't see myself not being able to have, that funny banter that we have, the times that we create, like, we just be kicking it. We real deal friends.
Yep.
I couldn't see myself giving up on that. So I would say make sure that you create a relationship based on the foundation of friendship, and the love will just carry out through. Because some days you might not feel like, today I don't feel like acting like a wife. Like I feel like being lazy. But you can be lazy with your friend. You can kick it with your friend. Someday I don't feel like being serious today. Well, luckily with your friends, you usually ain't that serious. You just kicking it. So make sure you have more than just love to fall back on.
Yeah. Gotta be friends. And just remember, back to how we started, true love is about sacrifice. Find a person that you're willing to sacrifice everything for. And then go for it.
I sacrifice everything for you.
I'll sacrifice everything for you too. That's why we're here now. But yeah, that's really it, man. That's a wrap. What else you got? Anything else?
Yeah, I loved this. So I would like to get your thoughts and feedback. Like, this is our first episode together.
Yep.
Like, how do you feel about the direction that the Love Closet is going, and how do you feel about, being on here long term?
I'm glad to be a part of the journey. Thank you for extending the opportunity to me. I just feel like a the nervous schoolgirl. Like, oh my God, I'm in a love closet ever needs. Oh my God.
Oh my gosh.
But no, I think it's going to the moon, because we built what we built off love, and if we can be that ray of hope, provide the education, and just the mentorship to other people,
right.
I want to do it. And let's just drag it out. Again, I got a 10-year mindset in mind.
Okay.
So 10 years from now, we'll see how many people we help and how many we impact, and we go from there. But the future's bright. Just like the lights just looking at us.
You so silly.
Ooh.
Well, I'm so thankful for you guys tuning into the first, again, of many Love Closets. And y'all don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.
Yep.
And we will be back every week with more videos for you guys to learn how to find and keep your love. So until we come back for another episode, we out, baby.
Love Closet, we out.